The man was an HR manager, yet he found himself taking on the role of a kidnapper. His mission: make the executives reveal company secrets so they could be fired without compensation according to their contracts. This was actually a test devised by the company, both to challenge executives and evaluate job applicants. The man desperately needed this position. He had just bought a house when he lost his previous job. Due to his age, his only option had been factory work. But after accidentally hitting a supervisor, he was ordered to pay $100,000 in damages. He had hoped his colleagues would testify that the supervisor struck first, but no one dared support him. He even insulted the supervisor's lawyer, causing the penalty to increase further. Having made many enemies as an HR manager previously, the man had few friends to turn to. One day, his wife told him about a company hiring an HR manager and encouraged him to apply. Without much hope, he submitted his resume. Surprisingly, the owner was impressed by his military background. He passed the written test and initial interview smoothly, but during the final round, he learned about the kidnapping scenario. Although it was meant to test executives' ability to handle pressure, it seemed borderline illegal. The man didn't overthink it. He agreed to the final interview challenge. To increase his chances of success, he sought help from a veteran, hoping to learn some useful skills. The veteran's price of $40,000 shocked him, but facing the prospect of a $100,000 monthly salary, the man decided to proceed. Over the next few days, under the bald veteran's guidance, he learned firearms handling and interrogation techniques. During this training period, he argued with his wife, causing her to leave home. Looking at the chaos in his house, he convinced himself everything would go back to normal once he secured the job. However, the day before the interview, he received a call from the company receptionist asking to meet downstairs. What he heard crushed his hopes. The company had already selected someone internally. The man was merely brought in as an actor for their exercise. Stunned, he eventually returned home. Looking at his messy house and thinking about his once harmonious family, anger filled his heart. After much consideration, he called the bald veteran and asked him to find a gun loaded with real bullets. The next day, as the interview exercise began, the kidnapper shot the boss with one bullet and dragged the body away, supposedly to facilitate monitoring from behind the scenes. The man then instructed the hitman to leave, allowing the executives to calm down and potentially spot vulnerabilities to secretly call for help. Using the pretext of finding a hidden phone, he took the financial director aside for private questioning. Watching his competitor merely making verbal threats, the man knew it was his time to perform. He ordered the financial director to strip naked and open his work computer. With a gun pressed against his head, the financial director complied, thinking passwords weren't that important. But when asked for the company vault password, the director seized the gun. Fortunately, it wasn't loaded yet. Having achieved the desired effect with the executives trembling in fear, the boss decided to end the test. Hearing this, the man silently picked up his bag. A real kidnapping was about to begin.